Hello! In today's video, we are going to be talking about the War Pet system in Call of Dragons. More specifically, how to plan ahead, the purchase limits in the exchange house, and also a website that everyone who plays this game should know about. Before we get too far into this video, let's go ahead and watch something that I recorded a few days ago and see what happens. Sometimes when you are out on the map catching pets in Call of Dragons, you get really lucky. I just had that happen to me when I captured this pet here. Let's go ahead and take a look at its skills. This pet has 2 3-star skills. So in this short, we're going to be trying to get this first one here. This one is worth like 64,000, 74,000 coins. The other one, it's worth 6,000. So still not a bad consolation prize. Let's go ahead and regenerate this pet down to 2 slots. Go ahead and like this short for some good luck. And let's see if we can get it. 3, 2, 1. And we got it. Wow. Okay, so this is actually insanely massive for my account. So, as you can see in that clip, I got insanely lucky. And I do indeed have a 3-star Elemental Harmony skill that is worth 72,000 pet currency. This skill gives crit damage plus 33% when a war pet deals magic damage, determined by your intelligence skill. In my opinion, this skill is not worth keeping. Personally, I would not want to apply this to any war pet that I have, as I would much rather have a skill, say, like Resonance 3-starred, because this increases the overall damage every single time you use it. And this, in my opinion, is better than increasing the crit damage every so often. You could make an argument for saving this skill maybe if you're more of a high spender, but for me, that definitely isn't worth doing. So, sometimes when you get lucky, that means you have to capitalize on your luck. So what we're going to be doing in this video is we are going to be selling our 3-star Elemental Harmony. And yeah, this is going to be a fun thing. I have never had this much pet currency in this game, and with one click of a button, we now have 89,932 pet currency. Just to even this out a little bit, let's go ahead and sell some of these 1-star skills that we don't need, or just one of them actually, and that puts us above 90,000 pet currency for the first time ever on my account. By far, this is the most I have ever had. So now, let's start to plan ahead with what we should be spending this pet currency on. When you go to buy War Pet skills, there is a purchase limit in the shop, and this will dictate how many skills you're able to buy at one time. Anyways, here's the purchase limit. Sometimes you do have a bug where this isn't able to display, so you just have to exit the menu and then go back into it. So as you can see, I still have 5 purchasable 2-star skills and 21 purchasable 1-star skills before this timer refreshes. So as a free-to-play player, I normally don't max out the 1-star skills, but I do try to max out the 2-star ones, as eventually you do want to get 3-star skills on your war pets. So before we go ahead and decide what skills that we want to buy, we need to talk about how you should be deciding what skills you want to buy as well for yourself if you get into a similar situation that I've found myself in. And the way that we are going to do that is we are going to be using this website that we're going to go ahead and jump to now. And here we are now on the website. The address for this website is cod-junkies.com. It will be the first link in the video description. This website is owned and operated by Roni, and in my opinion, this is the best website that exists for Call of Dragons, because not only does it have all of these different pets available and you put a lot of time into this website, it also shows you what you can do in theory on your war pet before you have to actually go ahead and do the investment yourself to see if it's worthwhile. So you're able to input all of your different attribute levels. You're able to choose the star levels of all of your skills in a very easy to do way, and this will eventually give you a overall damage output factor. Let's go ahead and do this for my 3-star Shadow Fade Drake. So, one thing you can do with this calculator After you fill in all your information, I can see that per cycle my Shadow Fade Drake will do about 930 damage. This is roughly equivalent to a hero skill, and if we were to go ahead and replace Resonance with, say, no skill at all, and Elemental Harmony, which was that 72,000 cell cost skill that we just got at 3 stars, you can see that this would actually make us worse off than Elemental Harmony. Not only that, we would also have 4 intelligence skills on our pet. And this is why we decided to sell the Elemental Harmony skill, since obviously it does not have very high value. So features aside, you can go ahead and look at this website in order to decide what different types of skills you would want to have in the future. And I think it's a safe bet to say for all mage heroes that you will want Follow-Up, Resonance, and Magic Spirits. Buying Follow-Up and Resonance is a safe bet if you're planning to be a mage main for a long time, so that is what I am going to be planning on doing today. As you can see, aside from the Sand Lizard, all mage pets do use these 3 skills, even though you're never going to want to use an Ice Lizard. And if you were going to go for a Sand Lizard long term, you could also go for a skill like Divine Blessing for your mages, or if you were going to be going for a Magrat Zeta Sand Lizard, you would want to save with your Chain Strikes, your Intense Chain Strikes potentially, but this is a good way to plan ahead. And you can do this for all different types of pets that are currently in the game. Just go ahead and open up the pets for the unit type that you're using and see if there's any commonalities. So the Striped Bear and the Polar Bear are on this website, but as you can tell, this is actually an outdated version of his system, so we're going to go ahead and close those two since no one really uses those pets. But now if we were to compare the Venomous Lizard, the Bruin Bear, and the Moon Bear, the commonalities that you can see is that they all have the 2 Roar skills here available, as well as skills like Counter Strike, Intense Counter Strike, and that sort of thing. So based on the type of pet that you see that you want to use, whether it be for like your mages, your archers, infantry, or cavalry, you'd want to use a site like this to see what common skills are a safe bet to buy to plan ahead in the future. Once again, this website, in my opinion, is highly valuable, and everyone who plays this game should use it in order to help you better plan ahead and to better strategize which skills you'll actually want to use on your pet. That way you will go for the 3-star Resonance instead of the 3-star Elemental Harmony. If you get value from this website, please do the Call of Dragons community in general a favor and hit the contribute button in the top right. Doing so will send a donation to the creator of this website, Roni, and I would highly encourage you to do this if you are interested in seeing more high quality tools like this in our community. So with that little bit of planning out of the way, I think it's safe to go ahead into the Pet Sanctuary and pick up some of these skills. Let's go ahead and see what skills we're going to actually buy. Let's start by filtering for 2-star skills. And let's go to Intelligence to take a look at Follow-Up, 7,200 cost. And then we'll take a look at Spirit. Resonance is 5950 cost. So the price of Follow-Up is stagnant at the moment, so we could potentially have a hope of the price of Resonance falling. This type of micro isn't really super important, but when the price of the skills do start to become this expensive, it definitely is something to consider. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be preparing for a 3-star Follow-Up, and that will consist of buying 3 of these, and with my other 2 remaining purchases, I will also be buying 2 of the Resonances. But never mind, I'm actually only going to buy 1 Resonance, and I will buy 1 extra Follow-Up. That way I will have 4 2-star Follow-Ups in order to upgrade my base 2-star Follow-Up into a 3-star Follow-Up. As a reminder, you do actually need 5 2-star skills in order to upgrade a skill to 3 stars. The base 2-star and the additional 2 stars that have to be in 2-star form. Since I am not a whale, I do not have the luxury of going into my inventory and, for example, upgrading 10 1-stars to a 2-star skill, so I do have to plan ahead. And now that we have gotten that out of the way, we still have 55,000 pet currency. So let's talk about what we're going to do with that. So one thing that I would like to add really quickly before we get into this next portion of the video is that it looks like CS may have actually already fixed this. They just decided not to include it in the patch notes. Now I'm wondering if this was potentially because of Lucas's suggestion, which I'll put on screen here, or if it was because they already had this done and just forgot to include it in the patch notes. But either way, what we'll be doing instead in a future video with this pet currency is testing to make sure that this actually works. So you still have something to look forward to, even though the context and what's actually going to be happening will be different than what I'm about to say. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. One thing that I would like to do is I would like to make a video that showcases the bugs with the Tranquility and the Divine Blessing skill on the Sand Lizard. One reason why I would like to do that is because I eventually want to have both of them on my Sand Lizard, and I eventually want them to have them both work. So unfortunately, as of right now, to most people's understanding, they don't work together. However, I don't think there are any good YouTube videos on this. So I would first like to test this, and then release an accompanying suggestion, and then do that all with the goal of sending this to the developers in order to get this issue resolved. This is a interesting goal. It'll probably cost me only a few thousand pet currency, but it will take some time to record because I will need a lot of base Sand Lizards in order to test it on, and none of these are really that good of candidates. So if you're looking forward to that, feel free to stick around. One thing that I am going to do for now is that I do have a ton of regen potions, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get a better Sand Lizard real quick, and hopefully I can get some luck. The last 1,000 pet potions that I've spent on this account haven't gotten me much of anything, so maybe now that I'm recording, after getting the 72,000 pet skill the other day, maybe now I can get even more luck with a better Sand Lizard. Ideally, I'm looking for an 8-star Sand Lizard with good rolls on the skills that matter, but I'll even take a 6-star or a 6-slot Sand Lizard with better stats. There's our first legendary. It is 7 slots, but the stats are absolutely terrible. So even though this is technically a step in the right direction, funnily enough, we do have 69 regen potions left, but we will decide to skip this. I just wish it had better stats. Let's continue. Oh, we already got another legendary, but again, it's really bad stats. So we won't be able to keep this. 5 regen potions apart there on our legendaries. That could bode well for the future. Hopefully we can continue to get some good luck, but instead of just getting legendary rolls, hopefully we get good legendary rolls. And yeah, for now we're just going to continue regenning. We're now down to 35 potions left. So hopefully we can get one more legendary pop. That would be ideal. I would like to get some upgrades to my pet collection in this video. And if that doesn't happen, that's okay as well. We are going to run this into the ground and maybe we will get lucky. 5 left. Oh. Ooh. Is this better? I don't know if this is better, because the intelligence is higher, so it increases the healing by quite a bit, and it gives me another slot. But the spirit and the agility both suck. Oh, this is really interesting. I think that this might be better because it has 7 slots. That's so funny that happened on the last regen potion I have. Well, I guess let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm going to continue thinking about this, and I'll probably make a decision in the next few days. Speaking of, something that will be coming in the next few days, or at least something that I am planning on doing, is another account review. I would like to do that on the 555th day of my account, and we are currently on 552 days, so likely I will be recording that later this weekend. And I think that an account review is far past overdue, as a lot of things have happened and I haven't really made a sufficient number of videos on them. I'm sorry about that. I have just been incredibly busy. For now, we are currently in the home kingdom. Our next KVK likely will be starting, I think, around November 2nd or 1st, 3rd, something like that. So we do have a couple of weeks until our next KVK starts. If you're looking forward to that, make sure to stick around for that as well. I am looking forward to it for sure. I think that this new map will be quite some fun. I believe we're going into this map. I'm not 100% sure, but I like the 2v2v2 or 3v3 format, as that allows for more opportunities with diplomacy as opposed to the more rigid kind of forced 2v2 format that's provided by the SOS1 Tamaris map. I would like to eventually see a different map other than Tamaris or Belleron. It has been 2 years, so hopefully that will actually be coming soon, but that's a topic or a rant for another video entirely. Anyways, I just thought that this was something pretty cool that happened on my account, and I don't get lucky very often, so I thought it would be a cool thing to showcase and also use it as an opportunity to show you how I would use this chance in order to prepare for the future. Especially as a free-to-play player, getting this much pet currency is pretty crazy, and this will basically guarantee me to be able to set up the new Generation 3 Mage Hero to be great right out of the gate. So I would probably expect to have like 4 3-star skills or 5 3-star skills on it immediately, and that would be pretty awesome, especially as a mage main account. One last thing before we go, I would like to remind you to go down into the description and use the website by Roni, the COD Junkies website. It is a very high quality website, and I'm a little bit sad about the fact that we don't have more websites like that exist in the community. I think that it would be great if members in the community supported these types of things when they happen, so please, if you are able to and you get value from his website, go ahead and support it, as that would not only help him, but it would also encourage other people in the Call of Dragons community to make valuable websites for other things that I'm sure we could all appreciate. Anyways, thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.